Hello everyone and welcome to my freak show. Let's break down Delicate Condition by Danielle Valentine. This video contains spoilers, and if you don't want to be spoiled, consider watching my spoiler-free review. Link is in the description. This breakdown will come in 6 parts. Parts 1 through 4 will review all the chapters, sub-chapters, and the characters. Part 5 will review my thoughts. And finally, part 6 will be my theory on how the book will correlate with AHS Delicate. Does that sound good? Well, I guess y'all don't have a choice, so here we go. Let's look at the main characters you should know. Anna Alcott and Dex Harding, main characters of the story, married. Cora, receptionist at the Riverside Clinic. Dr. Carla Hill, the IVF doctor called a miracle worker. Emily Chapman, Anna's British publicist. Siobhan Walsh, Anna's bestie of 2 years, and has a birthmark in the shape of a small hand under her chin. Kamal, Anna's bodyguard. Talia and Keegan Donovan, a rich as hell couple, and Keegan works with Dex. Chapter 21. While Dex is comforting Anna over her hair, she shows him the picture of Talia and Meg. Now, he doesn't believe it's the same Meg as who showed up in the hospital, but he does agree to ask Talia about it, after he speaks to the doctor concerning her hair. Anna has a good point in this chapter. Dex sees his alleged friend Talia waving at the woman who took advantage of his wife and baby when they were the most vulnerable, and he's not even taking it seriously. Instead, he just gets annoyed and only cares that Anna stays calm and not upset the baby. Now, the next night, Dex tells Anna that he did confront Talia about the woman in the picture. Talia says that she met the woman at a fertility testing place in the city a few years ago when Talia thought about freezing her eggs. The woman's name is Margaret, but Talia didn't know her last name. Anna points out that Meg is a nickname for Margaret, and Dex retorts that it's a nickname for Megan and so many other people with the name starting with M. He refuses to see the situation as anything else other than nothing. He fully believes Talia is telling the truth, where Anna questions him if Talia is actually being truthful. And this causes a disagreement between the two, and it sends Dex out of the room and into his office. Anna goes to the bed where she continually hears the creaking up above her. And finally at 3 a.m., she just can't take it any longer, so she goes upstairs to see what's up there. At first, she finds nothing. Then she sees one of her summer day action figures resting on top of a dresser. Once again, the doll was naked, but it didn't have a red X on its belly. Instead, all of its hair had been pulled out. On a personal note, guys, I am so getting Coven vibes right now and thinking that somebody is using the action figure as some kind of voodoo doll on her, like making these things happen. Whew! Is so creepy. Chapter 22. This is when Anna's suspicion shifts to Talia. Talia knows that Anna's pregnant, has access to the house, knows all of the housekeepers, and has a conveniently empty house right next door to them. Anna thinks it's the perfect place to hide and watch them. And one night, while Anna is staring at the dead raccoon with her mouth salivating, Detective Woods calls, and he tells her that he found the person number 1 crush. And it turns out the troll is just a 17-year-old girl living in Pennsylvania named Amelia Davies. The young woman basically admitted to Detective Wood that she's the troll, and that's it. She tells him that her and her friends troll celebrities online because it's a game to them. But they stay online. They never go to the celebrity's house. Detective Woods did discover that there was a break-in at the Warner Brothers warehouse a few months ago where they store the last summer day action figures. The workers couldn't say for sure what was taken, but they sent the security footage of the night of the break-in to the detective. He said he felt very comfortable through preliminary ID that it was the same woman who gave Anna the ultrasound. Anna tells him about Emily and Talia, and he promises to check both of them out. And the chapter ends with Anna having a nightmare of eating the raccoon. She wakes up inside the pool, and when she realizes that all of it was a nightmare and she didn't actually eat the raccoon, she becomes disappointed. Chapter 23. As Anna sneaks back inside the house after waking in the empty pool, she wonders why she didn't trip any alarms or motion sensors as she left. And how did she get past Kamal, who carries a gun? But once back in her bedroom, Anna sees the same woman stalking her outside of the window. Once again, Anna comments that there is something that she recognizes about the way that the woman tilts her head to the side like a bird. Suddenly, Kamal bursts into the room to tell Anna that someone tripped the motion sensors. She informs him that she saw the woman right out of her window, and he tells her to lock herself in the bathroom while he checks it out, but instead Anna decides to go upstairs to find Dex. And once she leaves the bathroom, she does find him. Now, Kamal does not find the woman, nor does the police when they arrive later. And the chapter ends with the police and Dex patronizing Anna, insisting that they believe her when they obviously don't. Viviana Torres, 1978. It's 1978 and poor Viv is pregnant. Her parents are strict and deeply religious, so Vivian wants to end her pregnancy. And one of her friends, Sophia, tells her that her great aunt is this famous bruja and can take care of her problem. So 2 months later, after Viv and Sophia completed the ritual, Viv felt the baby move. And she started craving raw meat, and she ingested the neighbor's dog. She gained a bunch of weight around her stomach. Well, no wonder. I mean, I guess dog can add some weight to you. And when Sophie called her great aunt to ask her, what did I do wrong? The aunt advised Sophie to keep Viv inside and don't go to a doctor. Red flag. Viv starts to see things, and when the shape of the baby's hand presses up against her stomach, the hand does not appear human. Chapter 24. While taking an online yoga class, Anna feels something in her throat. She coughs and coughs until she finally gets it up. She spits the object into her hand and sees a tiny, inhuman tooth. Chapter 25. Anna looks at the tooth, but it disappears from her hand. The imprint of the tooth left behind is the only evidence. While taking a bath, the baby pokes at Anna from inside, using what she describes as Italian. In an absolute brutal description by the author, the baby scrapes its way out of Anna. Oh my gosh, but don't worry, guys, don't worry. It's all a vision. When the vision's over, the baby is still inside her stomach and the talon is totally gone. And Anna forces herself to believe that she's fine, everything's fine, and nothing happened. Chapter 26. Anna is beginning to doubt her own sanity again as all of these events compile on top of her. As she leaves the bathroom, she sees Meg standing in the doorway holding one of her action figures with a blindfold over the doll's eyes. Anna becomes so frightened, and she stands up too quickly, sadly. She jams her shoulder into the edge of the countertop, and it forces her down, slamming her knees into the hard tile. And when Anna looks up after the pain passes, Meg is gone, and Dex is there to comfort her. He never saw Meg, and there is no trace of the woman left behind. Betty Anderson, 1833. Francis and Betty are good friends, and Betty had a baby over 6 weeks ago. Dr. Weir Mitchell suggested a rest cure, which meant absolute bed rest for weeks. And it had been 6 weeks already, and Francis refused to prolong one more visit to Betty. When Francis goes to her house and sees Betty, she is screaming to Francis that they took her baby just like Francis told her they would. Chapter 27. Anna feels utterly controlled by the people supposed to keep her healthy. her doctor, her husband, and her friends. The doctor orders Anna on bed rest, which causes her to miss the Academy Awards. But it's alright because she doesn't win. Anna decides to take a break from work and social media to rest her body. Dex moves out of their bedroom so that Anna won't be disturbed while sleeping. However, she knows that he's up at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. And one time she even heard him talking to someone, but he denied it when she confronted him. Anna is now completely isolated in her bedroom in pure darkness. She constantly craves meat. She's so close to her due date that she convinces herself to just hang in there for 4 more weeks and she will finally have her baby. One day, Anna gets a notification that Io posted a new video. The thumbnail was a picture of the woman Meg. The title of the video was titled, "Is This the Face of a Witch?" Anna instantly clicks on the video. Io's voiceover indicates that the photographs were taken the first week of May 2002 at the New Hope Fertility Clinic in Forest Hills, Queens. Sorry. The woman didn't have an appointment, so why was she there? One of the pictures gave a clear showing of the woman's face, and it absolutely was the woman who gave Anna the awful ultrasound. The video continues to say a pregnant woman who has been treated at the same clinic was admitted into the emergency room complaining of intense pain and hallucinations. Io says that this is not a coincidence, and longtime followers of her channel know she believes there's a satanic cult operating in North America and the UK. The photograph of Meg is the closest she's come to finding one of these witches/members of the cult. Her research also indicates that they've been able to trace members of the cult to New York, LA, and London. Anna's mind, guys. Oh my God. Anna immediately realizes that Talia lives in New York, Emily lives in LA, and Addie lives in London. Chills. Oh my God. I got chills. Total chills. The woman continues to accuse doctors, nurses, and all types of men and women of selling information on pregnant people in exchange for protection from the cults or money. Io has spent all of her time tracking these people down. Despite her ramblings, Anna feels that she might get some useful information out of this woman. So she messages Io via email asking if they can meet privately. Chapter 28. Little warning in case you want to skip past this chapter. It's a little gross. That night, Anna starts eyeing one of the 3 family dogs as a tasty little snack. And she decides not to and to feed her craving in the kitchen instead. And it's when she sees raw lamb chops on a cutting board in the fridge that it drives the baby crazy with hungry ecstasy. And she eats the lamb chops as a stray cat comes up to the house. Anna tricks it over with the lamb chop, snatches the cat up, and devours the entire animal. Chapter 29. When Anna wakes up, her legs are covered with this thick red rash. And instead of helping her, Dex accuses her of using a product that caused an allergic reaction on her legs. She swears she didn't, but Dex doesn't believe her. And in protest, Anna locks herself in the bathroom. Oh, a little trigger warning here too, guys. Anna cuts herself. She cuts her skin to make sure that she is actually underneath all of that red rash. And then Dex breaks into the room and gasps at what she's done to herself. Dex insists on calling Dr. Hill, but without Anna present, forcing her to stay in the bedroom while he goes out to make the call. That did not make sense whatsoever. Anyway, outside the bedroom window, Anna sees the cat that approached her house the previous night. Whew, so we can all shake our heads with relief. The cat is actually alive, meaning all of that was just a hallucination. Chapter 30. Anna sneaks out of the house to meet up with Io, who replied to her message. She discovered that Io was pregnant 40 years ago and had the exact same symptoms as Anna. Io tells Anna that she was 20 years old and broke, and her friend suggested Io be a surrogate to make some money. So she said, why not? Unfortunately, though, the pregnancy was hell for her. She had the strange cravings, scary hallucinations, and a thick red rash all over her arms. Then she had the baby and never saw it. She made the doctor take it away. And Io reveals the doctor who cared for her was Dr. Carla Hill. That's it for these 10 chapters. And what do you guys think of Delicate Condition so far? I highly enjoyed chapters freaking 20 through 30. My God, guys, so much anticipation. It had me on the edge of my seat the entire time reading it. The book started slowly, like being creepy. But at the halfway point, whoa, it really lets loose. I highly enjoyed this section I enjoyed the book before the halfway point. But man, after that halfway point, it was highly enjoyable. I just very much enjoyed it and making the video for y'all. Just great chapters. So look out for part 4. That's going to be coming up shortly. And let me know what you think of so far of the book and what your theories are in the comment section. Thank you all so much for watching, and beware of sexy Scathach.